Shalom. We the Hebrew Israelites, again, out in the highways and byways to preach the true word, the true gospel of the Bible, to let you so-called Latinos, Negroes, Native Americans know who you are according to the scriptures, and to bring out prophecy, because this is, what is it? What's today? October 20th, 2018, the year of prophecy. All right, but first and foremost, we're going to want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Racha, Kudash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salute to all the Akim out there, called Akim, that push this word of truth and sincerity week in and week out, day in and day out, without wavering and in sound doctrine. Shalom to the sisters out there as well that listen to meekness, quietness, and humbleness. And basically, as we get through this hell every day, you see the brothers putting out videos, prophecy of what's about to happen. All right, what's going on in the news. All right, basically it's leading up to the kingdom of heaven, man. Just tell you straight up, man. We go through all the what's the words I'm looking for? The harsh prophecies of the Bible. But we're gonna bring out some of the kingdom of heaven prophecy, because really what this is all about is what we're striving for is to make it into the kingdom of heaven. All right, because right now what we're in right now, this is Esau's kingdom. All right, Esau being the so-called white man. Okay, when you read the scriptures and you read about Esau, that's today his sons today who are on the earth is the so-called white man or the Caucasians, whatever you want to call them. Okay, that's Esau. All right. So you definitely want to turn that shit on right now? And it's all right, but
just lift your voice up.
Yeah, man, because really that's what we're looking for. We're looking to get the heck out of here, man, and get into a time of righteousness, and the Lord will give it to us. All right, if you're really about the truth, if you're really about serving Yahweh, Shem, Yahushua, in truth and sincerity, then the Lord, He's going to give it to you. He's going to give you the kingdom of heaven. He's going to give you all the things that you ever wanted and ever needed. Okay, brother.
This is Luke chapter 12, verse 32. Fear not, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom.
God, it's the Most High's pleasure to give us the kingdom of heaven. All right? He wants to give us the kingdom of heaven. But now, of course, it all has to be done decently in order. He can't just give it to us right now. No, we got to go through this affliction first. All right? We got to be tried out here. All right? We got to be touched a couple of times through the Spirit. All right? It ain't going to be no easy. Matter of fact, before you get there, you want to get the righteous are scarcely make it. Because, hey, man, because at the end of the day, brothers are going to have to be tried out here, man. Read that one more time.
This is Luke chapter 12, verse 32. Fear not, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom.
God, it is our Father's, it is your Father's good pleasure, meaning the Most High, Yahweh. All right, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, who is the Son, to give us the kingdom. He's gonna give us the kingdom, but hey, there's an order to it. And matter of fact, you want to get what is it? Sirach 2 and 5. We gotta go through this thing, bros. So yeah, we're gonna go through a little hell before we actually make it into the what you would call the kingdom of heaven, the kingdom of the Most High. Okay.
This is 1 Peter, verse 4, and I'll start at 16. Yet if any man suffer as a Christian, let him not be ashamed, but let him glorify the Most High on this behalf. For the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High. And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of the Most High?
Right, because hey, you got some of our people who know they're Israelites. You got a lot of people who know they're Israelites, but they're not doing the will of the Heavenly Father. All right. So what does it say? It said judgment will begin at the house of the Lord. Okay. Read that same passage again.
God. This is 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 17. For the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High.
Right, because judgment has to begin first with the house of Israel. All right. For you Israelites out there who are lukewarm. All right. The ones out there that you know who you are, but you refuse to go on the highways and byways for whatever reason. The Spirit is not on you. It's to say it like that. The Spirit is not on you to serve the Lord. You just know you're an Israelite. Well, guess what, bro? That's not enough.
Click on their channel and they ain't done videos in 4 months.
Yeah, it's sporadic ass videos. Go ahead, brother.
No content whatsoever. We seen earlier, we checked up on them dudes from Miami, them dudes that fell out.
Yeah.
They ain't done videos in the last 4 months.
For shame.
They were on one leg. they separated themselves from the body, so they lost one leg. The two legs they were standing on, they decided to split from. So now they're splitting on one. They're standing on one leg, and then that leg gave out. And now they're done for, man.
They didn't have the integrity to just go back into the world. You know, they were trying to prove
pride.
themselves. Yeah, pride, exactly.
And that's the
And
damn
what,
shit.
pride coming before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. And look, prime example.
See, now, that's an example for brothers who actually put their hand on the plow. That's a prime example. All right, those men, they were brothers. They were brothers at one point, and they were doing the will of the Lord. But for whatever happened, you know, they separated themselves from the body, and they started to do their own thing. And now look, they got the GMS off. Yeah, they took shit about the men that taught them. All right, took the GMS off their name. All right, talk shit about Great Millstone, pushing the word for X amount of time, and then now they fizzled out. All right, so judgment's gonna start with cats like that. That's what judgment is gonna start with those you know you're an Israelite, but you refuse to go out there in the highways and byways and push this word and wake up the elect, the remainder. Go ahead, bro. Read that again and read on.
This is 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 17. For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High. And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of God?
Right. So the ones that don't even know they're Israelites, all right, are the one, you know, the ones out there that are just completely in the world.
Well, it's in that same chapter about how the stripes, that you should receive many stripes.
Oh yeah, that's in there. Yep, it's in there.
Same
Yeah,
chapter.
you can read that in that Luke all the way down to the.
If you want to find that passage, read that again if you can find it, brother. I think it's more in there.
Yeah, it's in there.
Past the
It's 40, 45,
yeah, it's in
something like
40s.
that. 1 Peter 4 and 18. And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear?
See that? If the righteous shall scarcely be saved, because it says the righteous. Who are the righteous? The righteous are the saints, the Israelites who are pushing the word in truth and sincerity, calling on Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, his true name, in the name of his Son. All right, in the Holy Spirit, in the name of the Holy Spirit. All right, the ones that believe, the ones that are actually serving the Lord, who are following the Lord's statutes and commandments to the best of their abilities, separating themselves, being not conformed with the world, but being transformed. Those are the saints. All right, and you're looking at them when you click on Great Millstone videos and other camps as well. All right, you're looking at the saints because they shut off this world and they gave their whole body up as a living sacrifice to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Okay. Those are the true saints. It says, so if the righteous shall scarcely be saved, because even the righteous is going to scarcely be saved. Meaning that what? When the end finally comes, you're going to have brothers still down here, you know, like calling on Heavenly Father right before the destruction comes. All right, so you're going to have brothers that are going to make it out by the skin of their teeth, as the world says. But it says, as the righteous scarcely be saved. What's the last part?
And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and sinner appear?
Yeah, where shall the ungodly and sinner appear? All right? Don't even worry about that. Matter of fact, if you want to get, I know you get something. If you want to get second Ezra's.
You get this word scarcely.
Oh yeah, by all means. Yeah, man, because the righteous are they're gonna make it by the skin of their teeth, bros.
Okay, this is the word there for scarcely in the Greek is G3433, and it's moles, meaning with difficulty, hardly, not easily, very rarely, with much work.
Ooh, whoa. With what?
With much work.
With much work.
With difficulty, not easily.
Not easily. Opposite of easy.
Hey, that's why the scriptures say, through much tribulation shall we enter into the kingdom, man.
Yeah. See that? It's not gonna be an easy ride for you. All right. So if you came into the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of who you are according to the Holy Bible, then guess what? Now you have an obligation to preach this word. Yeah, you see that?
I agree with that.
Yeah, you see that? Yeah, man. That's what they did to us. That's what they did to our people.
I agree with that. There's no such thing as slumming.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah, you see?
I agree with that.
Hold on one second.
I agree with that.
Yeah, you gotta agree with it all, bro. Because they did that to us, bro. That's our people, the so-called Native American Indians, the Latinos. All right, those are your brothers, man.
That's the Cuban Missile Crisis.
Yeah, that's just a picture, brother.
Yeah,
That's coming right now, man. That's
That's the real crisis right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, but yeah, you know, look at the pictures, brother, and listen to the word.
Jesus was black. Wool hair.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
It's in the Bible, brother. You know, but yeah, as it says, the righteous shall scarcely be saved. So at the end of the day, the righteous, the ones out here pushing the work, they're gonna make it in. It says hardly, It says with much work. All right, so there's a lot that's required of us once you understand that you're an Israelite. You can't just be an Israelite and then and just mosey into the kingdom of heaven. No, it don't work that way. The kingdom of heaven is for the righteous. You understand that you're in the seat of the righteous, okay, but you're still being wicked? It don't work that way, bro. Okay, yeah, I'm an Israelite, I'm a Judah, I'm from the tribe of Judah, Yahusha is black, yeah. No, it don't work that way, man. There's much required of you now. Okay? So we understand that those that understand who they're Israelites, hey, the Lord's gonna come for them first. All right? And then for the unrighteous, hey, they're gonna catch. We're not even supposed to worry about the unrighteous, man. You wanna get 2nd Ezra 9 and I think it's like 13. Somewhere around there. And hold what you got. Oh, you got something else?
I just got this one.
Yeah, you get the one?
And the one of Luke.
Oh yeah, can't hold both those. Perfect. I think yes.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 9 verse 13. And therefore be thou not curious how the ungodly shall be punished, and when, but inquire how the righteous shall be saved, whose the world is and for whom the world is created.
Yeah, you see it? Because now we're talking about, the Lord is saying, don't worry about them. Don't worry about, because the Lord has said it. The Lord has said it. What was it? Was it 1 Peter, 2 Peter? 1 Peter. Yeah. It just says that hey, they're gonna get this. All right, but we're not to worry about that. We're not to sit there and contemplate how the wicked is gonna get it. We already know that there's all types of ways. There's 1,001 ways that the wicked is gonna get it. Okay, but it says, be not curious on how the righteous is gonna catch their hell with. Perish. Thank you. Roughly paraphrasing, but rather inquire about how the righteous is going to be saved, for who the world is and who the world was made. All right, and the world is talking about the earth, because the earth is made for, specifically is made for the Israelites, the so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Okay, this world is going to be given back into our hands after the fall of this devil. Okay, after the fall of this devil, the Lord is going to give this world back into our hands. I say our hands because we're Israelites.
The world was created for our sakes.
Yeah, the world was created for our sakes. This world was created for us. Not wasn't created for the so-called white man. Because as you can see, he's in charge of the world right now. Look what he's done to it. It's not created for him. This world is created for us. We're going to rule the world in righteousness.
It really was created by Yahushua for Yahushua, but since we're joint heirs with him, in turn, it was created for us as well.
The water, brother. I couldn't have said it any better. Because we are supposed to be joint heirs onto Yahushua. This is Yahushua's world, and we can't wait to see Yahushua get his kingdom back. We want to see him on his throne. We want to see Yahushua sit on the throne, all right, in righteousness. That's what we really want. We want to see him back. So,
I got you.
Good.
This is Colossians 1:16 for let me see. Yeah, I'll start there. First Colossians 1:16, for by him were all things created, that are in heaven and that are on earth, visible and invisible, whether they be thrones or dominions or principalities or powers. All things were created by him and for him, and he is before all things, and by him all things consist.
So there you go. So everything is created for Yahushua, all right, by and for. Okay.
Let me keep going too.
Verse
Verse 18. And he is the head of the body, the church, who is the beginning, the firstborn from the dead, that in all things he might have the preeminence.
You see that? All right. And so the head. He's the head. Yahushua is the head. That's why it says in 1 Corinthians 11.
The head.
Yeah.
The head is the head of the man is Yahushua. The head of Yahushua. That's how you know it's talking about Yahushua right there, because the head of the church, which the church would consist of the men of the Lord.
Yeah.
The head of the church is Yahushua.
There it is. See that? See, this thing's all in order. It's an order to everything. All right. So when he comes back, Yahushua is gonna be pissed off. He's gonna come back and he's gonna take this kingdom back. All right.
It's just like any business, man. The owner comes back to his business. All right, and we seen this just last week, man. The owner comes back to his business and he see things out of order. He's gonna be pissed, man. He's gonna start asking questions at the first people he see. And who's the first ones he's gonna see? The ones in charge, man. And who's in charge right now? The so-called white man, Esau, man. So Yahushua, who the world literally calls Jesus Christ, is gonna come back and he's gonna see things in a disorderly fashion, and he's gonna go to those in charge, man. Because hey, the earth was given unto the hands of the wicked, right?
Yep.
But they still went and committed all these evil deeds, and they turned things upside down. The scriptures talk about that, man.
And they took on the book of the laws. They took on the scriptures. So now they're going to be judged according to the scriptures.
And that's their worst nightmare right there, to be judged according to the scriptures.
Now
that
all
moment
these
that they knew they fucked
They're
up.
fucked up.
yeah, this movement. We're keeping it real, goes back. But now these Edomites, they don't want to deal with the Bible no more. These Christians, they don't want to deal. They just want to get your opinion and go off their emotions, because they don't want to deal with the opinion, because for all these years they've been pushing the Bible and using it for their benefit. Like in the movie The Book of Eli, the dude says, oh, that book has power, you know, you can rule. Well, now that it's flipping on them, that we're using the own book that they used against us, which really was our book originally. We're using it again against them. Now that it's been completed, you know, and the seals have been loose, now we're using it against them. Now they don't want to deal with the scriptures.
No more. Yeah, no more. Stop. Yeah. You know, you can't do this no more. You can't. I don't want to hear it. You're preaching hate. Well, guess what? Y'all was preaching hate for hundreds of years to us, using the Bible against us. Okay, that was hate what y'all did. So we're
these people like to say we're preaching hate, but when the so-called white man was whipping the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American using the Bible, that wasn't hate. Everybody forget about that. That's in the past.
It's in the past.
Or how about when Donald Trump separated the Mexican families, separated them apart, man, the children from the families.
That's now. That's happening right now.
What happened to the hate there, man? Because he ain't doing that to the European families that come over here seeking refuge.
Swedish people.
He ain't seeking. They ain't doing that to them, man. Why are they doing that to the Northern Kingdom, the Latino tribes, man?
You can't keep them together as a family, bro. You got to do them like that. You can't figure out a way to keep them together.
Hey, but look, that's what they did. That's what they did to the so-called Negro. They would send the father to Mississippi, the mom to Georgia, and then the kids to Alabama.
And they never see each other
Yeah,
again.
and that's what they're doing to the Mexicans now, man.
Hey, it's about to be a big Northern Kingdom wake-up coming here soon, man. Through the spirit, I perceive it, man. You got the whole thing happening with Guatemala, man, and them coming up here, man. Donald Trump talking about he about to send military troops to the border, man. Hey, you Northern cats, man, y'all gonna find out the hard way, man, that this so-called, this damn devil, man, doesn't like y'all, man. That the white man don't like you spics out there, man.
You don't like it,
All right?
He never really
Y'all
did.
gonna find out the hard way, man.
He likes your women, that's about it. That's all he likes. All right? And he likes your food. Yeah, he likes your food. Yeah. You know, and your music. Okay? But other than that, just get the hell out of here, man. Get the hell out of here. This is not your land. This is America. Okay? Go to Luke. Let's get back on that.
Start from the top. Go to the one about the stripes.
Yeah, get that one. Okay.
This is Luke chapter 12, verse 47. And that servant which knew his Lord's will.
Start at 43, like 43.
This is Luke chapter 12, verse 43. Blessed is that servant whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing. Of a truth I say unto you, that he will make him ruler over all that he hath.
Read it again.
Luke chapter 12, verse 43. Blessed is that servant whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing. Of a truth I say unto you, that he will make him ruler over all that he hath.
You got to be found so doing, though. Doing what? Doing the work of the Lord. All right? Keeping the instructions that are written in the Bible. All right? Blessed is that man. Because when the Lord comes back and he sees you doing the work, then guess what? You're not going to get it like that, man. You're going to be rewarded. You're going to be blessed. Go ahead.
But if that servant say in his heart, my Lord delayeth his coming, and shall begin to beat the men's servants and maidens.
Right? Because you see, he's delaying his coming. He ain't coming no time soon. All right? So what's going to happen? You're going to end up having a field day in your servants, you know, whipping them up, you know, treating them like shit.
Using them.
Yeah, using and abusing them. All right?
Hey, and Esau's done that, man.
Has he not? Okay? Hey, man, we're all sick. All right? We're all traumatized for being in this place, man. And that's mine right there. All right? But go ahead.
My Lord delayeth his coming, and shall begin to beat the men's servants and maidens, and to eat and drink, and to be drunken.
Right.
The Lord of that servant will come in a day when he looketh not for him.
Right. He's gonna come when you least suspect it, just out of the blue. You know, you already said in your heart that he delayed his coming, man. He ain't coming back. You You know what? You over there, you're committing all types of atrocities. All right, being the wickedest person you can be, the most devilish person you can be. Well, guess what? Boom, you're gonna show up. Go ahead.
And at an hour when he is not aware, and will cut him asunder, and will appoint him his portion with the unbelievers.
Yeah, so now you're gonna be chalked in with the non-believers, man. Meaning that you're gonna be destroyed with 2/3. You're gonna be destroyed with the heathen. Okay, you're gonna be destroyed. That's the point. It says what? You're gonna be chopped asunder. All right. Hey man, this isn't a game anymore. You trying to make it into the kingdom of heaven, you gotta understand that there's a certain conduct you need to be going by. Go ahead.
And that servant which knew his Lord's will and prepared not himself, neither did according to his will, shall be beaten with many stripes.
Because you knew the Lord's will, but you did not according to it.
And that goes for anybody that's come out to the camps, watched videos, whatever. You're a scoffer, you know the Father's will because you've been watching these videos just to scoff. So now you know the will of the Father, man.
Hey, that goes for everybody, man.
Anybody.
Because the Lord doesn't have a respect of persons, man. That goes for anybody, man. Man, woman, child, old. Hey,
we'll say man and woman, yeah, because children, they don't know no better, but
yeah, kind of.
yeah, but men, yeah, you men, you women, here it is, you got the instruction. A lot of you men come up by the camp, you listen, and a lot of you just want to put your 2 cents in. No, you just gotta listen to the instruction, because the brothers that are preaching to you, they know, and they're giving you the instruction. All right, so now there's no cloak for your sin, as it says in a book of John. There's no cloak for your sin no more. Now you have to do something about it, because otherwise, here it is. You got the instruction. You know the routine, but you're not doing it. Now what? You're going to be beaten with many stripes, meaning that you're going to get your ass kicked. All right, you're going to get beat. Like when you was a child and you pissed your dad off. Here it is. He told you got to do this to that in the house. And you put it off. Oh, he ain't coming back anytime soon. He's gonna come back probably at 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, like he always do. But this time he comes back at 8, and you ain't done shit he asked you to do. He gonna take that belt out, or he's just gonna beat you up with his bare knuckles, man. Now you hurt. Now you sobbing and crying. All right. But this time the Lord's gonna beat you. It's gonna be to death. You have the precept.
Kind of finish
Yeah, go ahead.
Come, verse 48. But he that knew not and did commit things worthy of stripes shall be beaten with few stripes. For unto whomsoever much is given, of him shall be much required. And to whom men have committed much, of him they will ask the more.
Come on.
This is 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 21. For it had been better for them not to have known the way of righteousness than after they have known it to turn from the holy commandment delivered unto them.
Right, because now here it is. You're here it is. You searching for the truth. You're looking for you going online. You're looking up videos. You're looking up Islam. You're looking up chakras and all that shit. You start getting into the government conspiracies, and then lo and behold, you come across the Hebrew Israelites. You find out you're from the tribe of Manasseh, or whatever the case is, and now you start going out to the camps. You find a camp near you. You start going out to the camp, and then for whatever reason, a demon pops on you. You start scoffing at the camp. You start scoffing at the truth. Read that again.
This is 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 21. Actually, hold on. Let me start at 20.
Okay.
For if after they have escaped the pollutions of the world through the knowledge of the Lord and Savior Yahushua HaMashiach, they are again entangled therein and overcome, the latter end is worse with them than the beginning.
Right, because now here it is. You came out of the world. You found the truth. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. All right, you found the truth. You found out who you are according to the Holy Bible. You found out, certain prophecies. You found out some breakdowns. You understand how to keep the laws, how to do this, how to do that, in righteousness. All right, but now you entangle yourself right back into the same world you were seeking to get out of. For whatever reason, a demon hopped on you. You got offended. All right, so now you're entangled back in with the world. Go ahead.
Verse 21, for it had been better for them not to have known the way of righteousness than after they have known it to turn from the holy commandment delivered unto them.
Right, because now you're going to be beaten with many stripes. Now you're going to be beaten.
Okay, because now you know the will of the Father. And what's righteousness is these scriptures, man. This is how you learn righteousness. You're not gonna learn righteousness anywhere else. You got to get the righteousness through the scriptures, man, and it's got to be broken down to you.
Yep.
Because these people, so like these people that go to church, they don't know what righteousness is. They'll go commit folly and abominations right after church, man, and claim to be Christians. So those people haven't even came to the truth, man. They haven't came to the knowledge. But the people that come into the knowledge, as far as finding out that they're Israelites, they find out what's righteousness, man, because they watch videos. They'll get the breakdowns. They'll get about the laws, statutes, commandments, how you're supposed to keep it to your best of your ability. But then they'll go back and do it, start getting lineups again.
Yep.
Just be a nigga calling himself Israelite, man. That's all they are. Niggas calling themselves Israelite.
Yeah, because that's the temptation of the world. It's so easy to fall right back into it again. Yeah.
That's how they get entangled in it.
Yeah, it's like, damn, I should
right here.
Yeah, yeah.
Guys, so like, real quick, the way they get entangled is by chasing after the fleshly lust, man. Caught up in these worldly things.
It's all sin. It's all sin, bro. You know, once you get caught up into it, hey, man, now you're committing sin, man. And you're doing it willfully. And that's the problem, all right? You got tempted, the Lord got you. He got you stuck. Now you got to pay for that. Go ahead, brother.
This is Matthew chapter 13, and I'm gonna read the parable first and then the explanation. 13:7. It says, and some fell among thorns, and the thorns sprung up and choked them. All right. So let me read that again. It's 13:7. Matthew 13:7. And some fell among thorns, and the thorns sprung up and choked them. All right.
Yeah, talking about the seed, all right, that was planted out there, man. Because all the seed, you know, we're planting the seeds, bro. Like, you know, on the highways and byways, we're planting the seeds. So here it is, we'll plant a seed here, and guess what? You know, it'll spring up, but guess what? It's gonna get choked out by what? The world, all right? The temptations of the world, entangled. Like it says, being entangled, you can get choked out by the entanglements of the world, likened onto the thorns. Go ahead.
This is verse 22. He also that receiveth seed among the thorns is he that heareth the word, and the care of this world and the deceitfulness of riches choke the word, and he becometh unfruitful.
Yeah, you see that? And it happens so quickly. It'll happen in one camp session. It'll happen in one camp session. Here it is. You got a cat that want to come up. You know. Yeah. Oh, you guys are Israelites. You'll listen for about 30 minutes.
Hey, some guys it'll take 15 years.
Oh yeah, some for they get choked out.
Yeah.
But some will happen instantaneous.
Yeah.
You know, that's crazy how the Lord works, man. So you'll come up, you'll listen for 30 minutes, and then you'll get offended, and immediately it's like, you know what? Let me just go back and do what I was doing. You know what? Maybe it's not for me. Then you got others that, like the brother just said, they in this thing for many hella years.
That's why you're supposed to count the cost, man. Before, hey, if you hear about this truth, and you know damn well if you're gonna want to do it or not. 5 weeks down the road, 10 years down the road, you should know yourself by now.
Right.
You had 20 years, 25 years to know yourself, and then you hear about this truth. You should count the cost, man.
Yeah. Yep. You should count. Exactly. Otherwise, it's like, you know what? If I jump into this thing, I gotta give up the world.
Cause you pick up that plow, your ass is grass, man. You put it down.
Shit. You know what I mean? Fuck that, bro. I'm not trying to do that. Now, none of us are really trying to put it down at this point, man. We in this thing a few years strong. We're gonna, Lord willing, the Lord continues to work with us. We're gonna continue on to the kingdom of heaven. All right. But once you get entangled into the world, hey, good luck trying to get out of that thorn bush. You know, you're more than likely gonna die in that thing. You can get Sirach 2 and 5 now.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 2, verse 5. Verse 4. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate.
Yeah, man, because because once you come into the truth, hey, you're gonna be tried. All right, you're gonna be, you know, you found the truth. It's all beautiful, everything's great, but then the Lord's gonna like what? You might put you in a car accident, you lose your whole car, or you might you might lose your wallet, all your money gets stolen. Okay, you get fired from your job. Your woman might leave you. Okay, your family might disown you. You get kicked out of the house. You know, guess what? It says, read it again, verse 4.
Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully.
Right, it says, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take it cheerfully. Because now you're being tested through the Spirit. All right? Because you got brothers who get tested. As soon as they get tested, they fall back into the world. because they can't handle this thing. It's too much.
Yeah, we've seen a first-hand encounter of that here at this camp, man. So the nigga Schwab
That was a
got tested by his demon woman, and he ended up falling out, man.
Yep.
I can't let go of the things like you guys. But man, that was just an excuse because his woman wanted to leave him, and he knew why. Because he wasn't spending time with her like he used to. Spending Saturdays out with the men of the Lord, you know, doing the word. And she didn't like that. And look what happened to him, man. He's choked up by the deceitfulness of this world, man.
He was entangled with the affairs again.
Unfruitful. And you know, but that's beautiful. What the words that he said though before, right before he resigned, if you will, put the plow down. Yeah, right before he put the plow down, the words he said,
2 weeks.
he can't do like we do.
He can't give it up like he can. That's just specific words, man. I can't give it up like you guys gave everything up, man.
Yeah,
He got reinstated by the
Hey,
world.
his family would question him at dinner tables. Why aren't you eating shrimp anymore?
You don't want no pork chop?
See that? You know, so he was getting the things of this world, the persecutions, all right? Because it said, whatsoever is brought upon you, take cheerfully. He wasn't taking it cheerfully, man. He was letting it dwell on his spirit, and it started bugging him out, man, to the point to where he fell out of this truth.
Ate away to the spirit, man. And that's something that you got to pray for the Lord for them not to do to you if you're already in this thing. All right? Because once that happens, bro, good luck coming back into it. All right? It's like a dime a dozen when you come back into the truth after you fall out. And that's why his name was Shabab, because he fell out, came back, you know, and the man fell out again.
But it was over and over, man.
Yeah, really it was because he was going to return to the world.
Yeah, you see that?
We thought it was because he returned back to the truth, but really it was because he was going to return back to the
Hey,
world.
Lord, that's just how the way the Lord works, man.
You see that? So the words he said, he can't give up the things of the world like you did.
That's
Hey,
what
those
Shawab
words
mean.
are gonna be those words are gonna be written in the book of life.
Yep.
You know, because those are heavy words. Lord willing, we make it into the end. Those words that man said are gonna be written in the book
Hey,
of
the
life.
Lord's going to take everything from that man at the end, man.
Yep.
He's going to take everything from him just to show him that he could have done without it, man.
His family's going to die in front of him because he loves his family. They're going to die in front of him. His dog, his cars he worked so hard for. All that shit going to be demolished before the shit even hit the fan, man.
And it's not like brothers don't love their families, don't love their mother and father and their
That's
dog.
what he couldn't understand.
Yeah. But you gotta be able to balance this thing out. If you can't take the heat that your family's giving you, then bro, oh boy, you're not gonna take the next thing.
I got a precept for you.
It's gonna get worse than that, brother.
And what he didn't understand is if you really love your family, you're going to come out here and do this word. All right, this is 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 14. And if ye suffer for righteousness' sake, happy are ye, and be not afraid of their terror, neither be troubled. So if you suffering for righteousness' sake, your family giving you hell, you should be happy, man. You should be happy about it, man. Not getting you sitting in your room, all emotional, crying yourself to sleep and shit, trying to figure out how you gonna tell your parents. Hey, if your parents don't get it, they ain't gonna get it. They weren't meant to get it, but they could be saved through you.
Through you, bro. That's the beautiful thing about it. You gotta remember, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is merciful, man. If you're out there, you doing everything the Lord says, you think he's just gonna kill everything, slice everything off? He might, but the point is, you gotta have faith that the Lord is gonna bring you out of it. And by bringing you out of that destruction, he just might bring your loved ones out of it too, bro. But you can't focus on that. You have to focus on the prize. The prize is making it through to the kingdom of heaven, and you have work to do before that. There's all types of work to do. If you can't get through it, you can't get through a little affliction, and guess what? You ain't precious unto the Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You're not precious, all right? You can't endure, all right? You weren't made